Dumela, my name is Palesa Madonna, and I welcome you to yet another interview on my show, The Glam of Art. On today's show, I will be interviewing Mary. She's not just a model, but she has quite a few titles. So if you want to get to know Mary, stay tuned. Hi Mary, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. I want you to describe yourself in 3 words. Who's
Okay.
Mary?
Mary is a very hardworking person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm quite spontaneous. And a lot of people actually say I'm awkward, so I'd like to say I'm very awkward.
When you say awkward, what is awkward exactly?
I'm very antisocial. So when I have to interact with a lot of people, it just goes horribly wrong. And my reactions to certain situations are just sometimes I feel like, you know what, I'd rather just be by myself and like just avoid just being awkward around people.
Okay.
So,
So are you into modeling or beauty pageants as well?
I'm actually into both, but it started off as just me doing modeling. I used to do fashion shows, I used to do photo shoots, and a lot of in-store promotions until 2017 when I actually decided to venture into pageants. And my first pageant was Miss Acacia on campus, and I made it to the top 6. That was my very first one, so it was nerve-wracking to a point. I made it, yeah, after I got into the top 6, the question just literally killed me. But I was like, you know what, this is not the end of the road. So I entered for Miss Val, and I was like, you know what, this is scary, but let me just get it done. Miss Val was a long journey, so during that process I actually learned a lot about myself and just what really pageants are about, because I feel like I didn't have the hang of things when I did my first pageant. So but during that process they actually groomed us and taught us a lot. So I placed second princess, so I was just like, you know what, this is not bad.
That's
you
right.
know? So yeah, because there were 15 girls for Miss Val, so it was really scary to actually make it to the top 3. I was like, you know what, maybe I'm not so bad at this.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I did a couple of pageants afterwards. So
You said that the question of Miss Acacia killed you. What, do you remember the question?
I do actually.
What was it?
They actually asked me the same question as someone else. She actually placed in the top 3. The question was, if you could do anything to change your from anything to okay, if you could do anything to change your past, what would it be and why? And I said, because the girl answered first, they asked her first. So she said everything I wanted to say. And I was like, you know what, I don't even know what to say. So I ended up saying a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I messed it up and I just choked, and I was quiet. I froze for the longest time. So I feel like that killed me because I just a lot was going on in my head in that
It's
moment.
understandable. It's understandable. You remember last year there was a fashion show hosted by the Fashion and Arts Society. And you had like an argument, a misunderstanding. I don't know what it was, but you guys had like back and forth with this girl in the group. Do you think it was because you guys wanted to supreme, both of you, or you felt like she was undermining you? What initiated that argument in a way?
To be honest, I feel like, you know, when you work in a group with a lot of strong minds, sometimes your ideas clash. So I feel like we both had a different perspective on how things had to be, considering the fact that she's done a whole lot of other stuff, and I've also already had experience with hosting fashion shows and stuff like that. So I had a different concept in my head. So I feel like if we actually sat down and had a proper discussion about everything, then that could have probably been avoided.
Oh,
so yeah.
Are you cool with the girl?
Yeah, we're okay.
You guys are cool.
I'm trying to remember who this girl is. I'm thinking, who are you talking about? But I'd like to say we're okay because I don't have anything bad. I don't have any bad vibes with anyone right now. So I could say we're
So, like, from your past experience with beauty patients, obviously you've won some, you've lost some. When you've lost, do you feel like I'm a failure? I've wasted money, because obviously there are fees that have to be paid. What goes through you, like your head? What happens?
First of all, I could say some people view pageants as time consuming, and some people could say they waste a lot of money. I could say that because at first I didn't have funding, everything was self-funded. We had to get our own outfits, we had to get ourselves from certain places to another, especially with charity events. They would tell you we have something going on next week. It's either you have to bring stuff to give out to the charity. So for instance, you have to buy muffins from your own money and still pay for your own transportation. So costs like that could be very strenuous, especially if you don't have any type of funding. But throughout the process of a pageant, you learn a lot actually. You learn a lot about yourself and the people around you. So at the end of the day, whether you win or you lose, it's not. I would like to say anyone that enters a pageant is a winner actually, because at the end of the day, you walk out with something that you never
You've
really
learned,
had.
yeah.
Yeah. So I've never felt like a failure after a pageant.
Okay, fine. You know the song obviously of Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
The theme of the music video, the song Pretty Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
The music video consists of beauty pageant. Like females have to starve themselves, they have to sabotage other females in order for them to like win. Is that really what happens behind the scenes, or she just exaggerated a
I
little?
feel like it's a little exaggerated because a lot of people have misconceptions of pageants actually. For instance, I eat a lot. Like, oh my god, I
Food eat.
yeah. So I feel like people have a certain idea of how pageants actually are. You're allowed to eat. You're allowed to be a certain weight. These days there aren't even height restrictions, and it's not necessarily about beauty. It's about what you bring to the table. So as soon as people understand that and stop misjudging how they view pageants, because I feel like they only see the outside of things when you walk on stage and you're rocking that glamorous dress and whatnot. That's not exactly what it's about. The whole process of being in a pageant, that's what's very important. And the final day is just like cherry on top type of vibe. Yeah.
So, what is it that you love most about pageants? Is it the material things that you guys win? Is it the power that comes with the title? What is it about this competition?
I feel like for me, the most important part is the grooming process. So it doesn't matter what you win at the end of the day. Some pageants they don't necessarily give you anything. You get a title and they expect you to just do charity work. Some pageants are fortunate. You get fortunate enough, like you get money or you get very huge prizes or maybe a getaway or something. So it's not necessarily about that. Those are like the bonuses of just being a pageant girl. But it's not, you don't, if you are in a pageant for the right reasons, then you don't get intrigued by the material stuff that comes with the pageant. So it's more about being involved with community engagement and all those things, and like hopefully trying to change people's lives. That's why they say pageants are actually beauty with a purpose. So yeah.
Okay. Do you think people do enter pageants in order for them to have validation that they're pretty? Are you part of those people?
No, I'm not actually. I feel like you have to know that you're pretty and you have to believe it, and don't seek validation from someone else, because that's a problem. But I feel like if you enter a pageant just to be recognized or just for popularity, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Because with pageants, it's mainly building character, and so if you feel like, and if you have a low self-esteem, maybe some people might enter for that, especially if you have a low self-esteem. But pageants actually do build you to be a better person. So I feel like if your goal was that at the beginning, when you walk out, you actually realize that it's not about that, and you learn a lot about yourself during that process. So people should not enter pageants for validation. That is wrong.
Okay. So this year you were part of the organizing team of Mr. and Mrs. Valentine. How long did it take to like organize everything? Did you even have sponsors?
We didn't actually have sponsors. Everything was self-funded. Everything was from our pocket. We didn't have enough time. We did it in about 3 weeks to be quite exact, because I remember we had to extend it by a week. It was initially supposed to be on the 15th of February, considering the fact that Valentine's was on the 14th, which was a Thursday, I think. So the 15th was a Friday, but we didn't have enough time and enough models, so we had to like extend it. It was very stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Like a couple of days before the show, it felt like we didn't have anything under control. We didn't have enough money to pay for certain stuff, so we relied a lot on ticket sales. But as time went on, we were like, you know what, even if people don't come, it's okay. We tried our best, and we had to make a lot of alterations because it was not a normal pageant. Because I remember we didn't even ask the models any questions on stage.
Really?
Yeah, because we felt like we wanted to make it friendly so that people are comfortable, especially because we had to recruit people even a day before the pageant. So it didn't give people enough time to prepare themselves. So we just asked them to go on stage and just introduce themselves and tell us more about themselves, and that was about it. So they were judged on their character and just their confidence on stage. Yeah.
So you were part of the judging team of Mr. and Miss Valhai. What was the criteria in order to
Um,
score the contestants?
it's difficult to judge high school pageants actually. So the criteria was their self-confidence, their stage personality. They had different categories like casual and formal, and they had like a there was pimp my uniform. That was one of the categories actually. So you actually judge them based on how they interpret the whole concept. So you can't have someone wear formal or semi-formal for a casual category. Obviously they lose points. As much as they look better than everyone else on stage, that was not what was required for that category. So we had to be strict about that at least. But otherwise, with high school pageants, you don't necessarily have to be strict on the models because they don't even have experience.
You don't have experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, are you still engaged?
No, I'm not. I was never engaged.
Really?
No.
I saw a ring, babes.
It was a promise ring. With pageants, pageants are very strict actually. So you're not allowed to be married or engaged or have any kids at all. So we had a mutual agreement that if anything were to happen, it had to be after Miss Essay because I do want to enter.
Oh, okay. So the road leads to Miss Essay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I feel like every girl has that dream to enter for Miss Essay at some point, especially if you're so involved in pageants, you yearn to walk on that stage one day. So that was that for me. So even if you wanted to make it an engagement, I don't think I would have allowed that because if you're gonna be with someone, you have to understand what they believe and their dreams and stuff like that. So it was more of he had to understand.
Yeah,
where I was going with my goals.
Are you guys still together?
No, we're not. It ended.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It's life.
It's life.
So what is your relationship with Pretty Jane Shop?
That's a crazy one actually. Ane hooked me up with Pretty Jane Shop. Ane enters for all these competitions on Instagram, which she actually wins. And I
shout out to her.
How do you do it, girl? So she did me. They had a thing on their stories, and they were scouting for like a black girl to be part of the photo shoot. And she said I should try it out, and I was like, what are the odds? Like there are so many people.
Come on, yeah.
So funny enough, I DM'd them and they said I should go on their website, and I got an email there, and then I had to like motivate why I wanted to be part of
your
the
intentions.
So 2 days later, I got an email back saying I was selected, and they gave me everything that what do you call this? Yeah, English is hard. Like a briefing of how everything's gonna be. It was actually in Centurion, so I had to bunk school that day to go to the shoot. I didn't tell them that because I was just like,
you can't. You really can't do that.
Yeah, so I had to bunk school that day to actually go do it. So, but it was worth it. It was nice.
And you
got goodies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you guys get a discount? You get free stuff?
You get free stuff, but mostly you have to buy because I feel like they're also still trying to get themselves up and coming. So yeah, I feel but mostly after the shoot they gave us like goodies just to wear them and promote their brand. They actually have really nice stuff.
They do. I've seen on Instagram. They really do.
And the quality is amazing. The jersey that they gave me is so heavy. Like you are warm.
Look at you already marketing. It was so nice having you on the show.
Thank you.
This is the end.
Yeah.
Continue doing what you're doing, girl, because it seems like you love it.
I do.
You know, you're gonna win. You're gonna get there. Go Miss Essay and do the things. You know. By the way, who's your favorite Miss Essay?
Tamarind Green. But the one that I've always looked up to is Bogan.
Bogan does the
amazing
things. Like she even has a body, right?
Yeah,
that's
and
nice.
She, the collaboration with Edgar's, that was a huge highlight.
Yeah.
And just her being a family orientated person now, just her love oozes, like you feel it. You feel like you've had
you really like her.
I do.
Thank you again.
Thank you for having
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tell your friends, to tell their friends, to tell their friends about the show. I am Palesa Glam Madonna. Goodbye.